Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Got a battle on the Serene Coast map, and we've got Pyro in the Hori 3. This is the Tier 10 Japanese TD. It is fairly close to the role that the Jagdpanzer E100 plays. So reasonable armour on the front and a decent gun. So 149mm with 700 average damage, and standard pen 360. Well, that's actually the premium round. Standard round is 306, so not quite as good pen as the Jagdpanzer, but yeah, we'll see how Pyro does with this. And it's in a Tier 9, Tier 10 game, so plenty of hit points available. So far, no targets available to shoot. It's going to be pushing the hill as hard as you might think, but they're not also down the south, so where are the enemy tanks? It must be up there. Alright, so yeah, we've got the Rain 50C up there, as well as the Charfature. And there's the Charfature. Can put a big hit into him. Yes, he does. 730. So, importantly, trying to stay concealed to protect himself, but no one. Yeah, oh, here we go. Quite a bit of an outline of STB1. Fortunately, he just dodges that one. And there's an FV405 been spotted at the back. But Pyro choosing to relocate. Good idea, because they're pushing pretty close to his area that he's in. And he doesn't need to get spotted if he doesn't have to. There we go. This bush is pretty useful for covering the hill. It's got knocking down some trees for extra camera, of course. Let's see if the enemy wants to push. Ooh, nearly got an outline there on the Lorraine, but he just backed off. And here comes the UDS, or it just poked up, but yeah, didn't come too far out. So just taking advantage of that and seeing whether get any more targets. 405 is relocated. Now, okay, he's got a beat on him, which is good. So he just reloads HE using intuition, and nice high roll there, 938. So, going to accumulate damage fairly quickly once you get targets in this particular vehicle. But I guess that's true of any high alpha tank. Gun handling on this is quite reasonable. So they pulled back a bit of an advantage here. They were behind a bit in hit points, but now they've got a significant advantage. Oh, there we go. B's been spotted, and no damage done. That's been unfortunate. Backs off while he's reloading, just in case any blind fires come back this way. The distance is not that likely. And Fox got into cover. There's the Charfature 4 on 3 hit points, it looks like. Yes. Doing some work down below. STB1. Got a fairly hardy turret on the STB1, so need him to poke out quite a bit more, I think. Oh, and he's been spotted now, so probably the STB1. Distances there were fairly close, so goes back into hard cover while he goes dark. Just does a quick test to see if he gets spotted when he pokes up again, but no one to be seen. Bit of a stalemate in the game at the moment. Oh, and there you go, he's been spotted again, so Again, quite likely to be the medium tanks. There are no actual light tanks in this game, which is interesting. There are plenty of TDs. Now, this is not the current patch. This is from earlier in the month, so we don't have the limitations that have been put in for TDs yet. So you can see there's 5 TDs on each side. So takes a hit there, but eats it on his tracks and is going after this DB1 if he can, who's climbing up the hill. Might take a hit here. So bounces another round. There you go, the armour playing its part. And he gets tracked, and here we go, the track unspooling. I just love that animation. And he should get a shot now, and he does, gets the kill on this DB1. It's 381 damage from the arty. That's not something you look forward to.
Moving in to support you.
But now they're just trying to force their advantage there. They're equalised on hit points, approximately. They're a little bit behind, but they've got 2 extra guns in the game, so how will this pay off? Can he find that Foch B? Well, he can find the 5120, just gets the outline, but drops, can he get him now? He does, it's not spotted, gets the shot in. He does get spotted, yeah, very close range there, so not surprising. But that 5120, not great armour anyway. Just be able to get another shot in. So just changing the angle here to creep around and hopefully not come the direction that the 5120 expects. But he's looking out for these other tanks now. He should be spotted now, which he is. He snaps a shot towards the AMX, but that was more to keep his head down. Oh, there's the Foch B on his right, so that backs off just in time. Now the AMX goes down, now we can afford to focus on the Foch B here, who's full hit points. He's behind the house, so now he's got the outline again, puts a shot into him, finally gets some damage out of him. And some assist damage there, so starting to accumulate some assistance, and he's got 4k of damage with that shot. But, being quite aggressive here, he's about the most forward tank of his team, goes for the director's, the range direction bar on top of the Foch, or is it a known weak point, gets the kill there. And he might just be able to line up this Udez, which he does, another kill there. So 3 kills now to Pyro, that gets him spotted again, so again just pulls back under hard cover. So not expose himself unnecessarily. There's still a Yag Tiger and a Tortoise and a Foch 155. Who will all be pretty much around the base area there, so it's a bit that you don't want to push into. You'd rather get a medium tank to go and do some spotting. So he's just taking up position here, we can take advantage of the spotting. Okay, that's the U50. Lands the shot, so good shooting, but unlikely to go through the frontal turret arm of the E50, even though he's a tier 9. The arty shot comes in, but it takes out the pattern, but doesn't luckily do any damage, extra damage to Pyro there. But he got spotted when he shot at the E50. However, the E50 is gone now, and so now it's a bit of a waiting game. What's going to happen with these TDs, or will anyone come forward to spot? So he puts a blind shot in where he thinks one might be. We'll see if any of that pans out in the end. But he's just a fraction under 5k. And there's still a fair bit of damage left to do. And you can see the arties at the back there. Now he's got a Tortoise moving up on his behalf, but not far enough to do any spotting yet. And then we've got a teenage heavy tank, so there's one of the arties. It goes straight away, there's the other one. He gets sent back to the garage and doesn't get spotted, so that's a good outcome. No, he's spotted now. Is there something nearby that's going to approach him? Blocks around from the Tortoise, but we did see the damage bar, so not Not sure if that's maybe not being configured with this. The tortoise takes a hit and unfortunately doesn't damage the tortoise there, so it just backs off, picks up some assisted damage there, and just looking for the side of the tortoise, which he bounces off with a ricochet. So very frustrating when you've got your premium rounds loaded, and he's just looking for the top of the tank. Aims, and aims so long that the tortoise gets taken out. But he does pick up the assisted damage for that, but now he's got the Foch. And that takes him up to 6k, 6.1. Is he going to get another shot in? He might just do that. This Foch is going back into cover. No, he's gone back too far. And not a lot of hit points left, in fact none. So there's only a Jagdtiger left who hasn't been spotted. Or at least he hasn't been spotted for a while, so maybe out in the island. I guess that's where people are indicating he might be. There's not too many places left on Serene Coast once your base has been overrun. So people are capping just in case, but Pyro eager for any extra damage he can get. He's probably just hiding behind the rock there. No, he does take a hit from the Jagdtiger, reveals himself, gets taken out by the TNH, and he picks up some tracking damage there. So looks like about 9k of combined damage there. Oh well, doesn't look like any of the blind shots paid off. He's ended up with 6.1k of damage. That's earned him the high caliber award. 4 kills, could have been more, but the slow reload made him miss a couple of kills there, I think. 3k of assisted damage there, so a mix of spotting and tracking. So that gives him a combined total of 9.2k, which is a great result there. And he's also blocked 1.1k of damage there as well, which useful. Now, he's picked up the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge as a result. So we've got this team score here. So finished 1339 base, good level for tier 10. Twice the damage of the GW Tiger, 3k, which is interesting, but good shooting by the Artie. In fact, also being the lower tier there, and the TNH coming in next in damage there with 2.8, but close behind the Object 430U down the list though with 2.6. So the team pulling in some reasonable damage. In fact, sorry, the IS-7 next top damage 2.95, so he didn't last unfortunately. And then on the enemy side, the Jagdtiger, who stayed to the end, pulling in 3.6k, but the others not doing a whole lot themselves. In fact, I can only see 2 tanks doing over 2k. So not so great for the enemy team, but good for Pyro's team, and paying top damage always is nice. So Tech Tree tank, no special credit earning capability, was throwing premium runs the whole time and paid 2 lots of equipment replacement, the consumables there. So I ended up with a major loss of 94k, but I think he'll take that total there. So great shooting there from Pyro again, nice damage total, and hopefully, yeah, showing you that you can use a TD reasonably aggressively, but in a modified way or a manageable way. Anyway, hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. I'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.